interviews from a bunch of the OGs here over at FGC at UCLA, but we have yet to see the oldest of the GS, Mr. Harushi Drive. Hello.
Hello, hello.
How do you feel about returning here after since the last time you visited?
So I feel like each successive time has just gotten better and better. Of course, the first time I visited after graduating was FragFest last year. And although it was great to meet people and see some of the old friends as well from here, it's nothing like coming to our home territory, being able to experience like what our own is doing. So I really enjoyed the last two times, especially for the first reunion, which we played BlazBlue. By the way, I don't play fighting games, so winning that was, shame on you guys for not having BlazBlue. But anyway, this time as well was really fun. I didn't actually, this is like a little known secret, but kind of not really well kept either. I didn't bring any stick or controller of any kind to play fighting games, so that was not my plan today. It was mainly to hang out, capture the footage, which now Zenryoku's having the honor of doing for me, so I really appreciate and want to make sure that these answers reflect my true thoughts and experiences that I've had while here.
Excellent. So, what motivated you to come here today with the intention of getting footage as opposed to getting into the grind of fighting games and trying to get those W's?
Yeah, so I've had a pivot in my mindset between when I graduated and after graduating. I consider myself in quite a bit of a crisis, over the past couple of months. Just starting to reflect on the things I can gain from my experiences that I've had. And what I noticed is that obviously the friends that you make over the course of college, especially in an environment like UCLA, that's the most important compared to the games necessarily. That's what I've started to discover for myself. So I feel like capturing those moments and being able to reflect on them later on, when you're archived on something like the internet, like YouTube or in our Discord, is something of extreme value. So that's why I've been trying to prioritize during my time here right now. Now, in terms of not bringing my stick, naturally, because I play on stick, it's just a big hassle to bring it. And I brought a very compact bag this time, and also to save my posture because my posture's been really poor lately. So not bringing the stick was just an extra bonus with all those things mentioned as well.
Sure.
Yeah.
So to call back a bit to what you were talking about just now, what do you think is most valuable about these meetings, both for yourself personally and for the average meeting goer?
Yeah. So I think actually one of the fellows over here mentioned when I was asking him earlier that whenever he comes here, it's just to cool off, to get some relief and have a break from classes. That was to me the most valuable. Anytime I was having a not so great week or anytime I was having an average week, I would always make sure to try to save time regardless of how I was doing in the class to come here, because it would always give me a relief or refuge for my mind to make sure that I wasn't too overloaded or burnt out from schoolwork. Now in terms of from the staff's perspective versus the member's perspective, obviously a staff member is a bit more obligated to come as often as they can to make sure things actually get run. A member on the other hand is going to be enjoying it from a different perspective. So I think for a member, especially a student, the things that they gain from coming to a meetup, one, you get to meet incredible people. I think FGC UCLA is one of the top groups of people in terms of just being so friendly and welcoming, and also just being such chill, amazing guys to play video games with. On top of all of that, I feel like you're able to ease into playing fighting games themselves because we're not too competitive, but we also have a healthy balance of wanting to improve while also wanting to build valuable friendships that you can't really gain from ordinary classes or other clubs that are on campus. So for me, these were all valuable things that I took away during my time here, and that's what I kind of see being carried on with the current students and future students as well. So it's something, honestly, it humbles me every time, but it's an honor to have come here and been a part of starting something that gives this experience to other people.
Right, yeah, very well said. And that's a good segue into what I was going to ask next, which is what are your hopes for the next generation of FGC at UCLA staff? Where do you hope to see the club go in the future? And what do you want to see us stay the same? What do you want to change? Any thoughts on that?
Yeah. Well, number one, I really want to see the staff push the limits of what we're capable of. Oftentimes, whenever we wanted to have ambitious ideas. It was hard to execute because people get busy and such with schoolwork, and that's all like natural because college is not easy at all. But I do want to see like the limits being pushed so that we can continue to set the standard for other universities and other just communities around the area, so that we continue growing and becoming the hub for a lot of students and outsiders alike to continue enjoying fighting games. Now, one thing I do see that the club is doing extremely well, and I hope they continue, is being able to run events that are outside the scope of the local scene. Cyano has been doing a great job with CBBL. There have been a number of other events that complement CBBL to help facilitate that. I think that's all been really good, and I hope to see it continue. Those are things that are well outside of my personal capabilities by myself, and it's really awesome to see everyone collaborating to get those things together. Sarah Leiro and you and the rest of the staff as well, getting the XBX together for SF6 is an awesome opportunity to foster growth for that game right off the bat. Anytime we run XBXs, it felt like a great opportunity for people to just get started with the game on the right footing, and especially playing a community of people that's a lot more comfortable than the randos that you find online. So yeah, I think they're already on the trajectory towards making it happen for a good future for this club. Just want to continue seeing it pretty much.
Last question then. Do you have any words you want to share with anyone currently in the club or that might be thinking of checking out the club, for the staff or even for yourself?
Yeah. So number one, fighting games suck. Don't play them. It's all about the friends.
True.
If you play fighting games competitively, then you're actively harming your process. No, I'm not kidding. But fighting games are actually awesome. But the most important part about fighting games being awesome is the community. So don't be a loner. Don't be a stranger. Make friends with people that you meet in fighting game communities. Try to talk to people about random stuff you find in games, just to get the conversation going. That's how lifelong friendships can be made. A lot of the people that I know here among the staff and members alike are because that conversation was started through a fighting game where you play across the table or beside each other. So I think those things are important to keep in mind. Also, make sure that if you ever have competitive pursuits, make sure to always be in the right mindset and don't push yourself too hard. Make sure to take comfortable breaks, because I feel like getting burnt out is really easy to do, especially if you're grinding super hard. And these days, online grinding is something that a lot of people favor. It's very easy to get frustrated and start to lose control of your own emotions. So, just real advice, as a person that's been thinking a lot about competitive disciplines, just try to help yourself in terms of taking care of yourself in and outside of the video game, and also continue making friends, continue engaging with the game, support your locals, all of the standard stuff. I'm not really saying anything new, so that's pretty much all I've got to say. Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks so much for laying that all out and sharing your thoughts with Parachute Drive.
Yeah, of course.
And I hope everything you recorded and experienced today is something that you can archive and share with generations to come.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, thanks so much for helping me out in doing this whole process, Parachute Drive. And hope to see you all again soon.
Yes, thank you.